What's happening, y'all? Good morning. Happy Monday to you. This is your main man, Old Head Fire, checking in with you. Today I'm going to talk about a different anime that I've been watching over the weekend. It's a historical fiction time period piece called Kingdom. And it's pretty much about the seven warring nations in China coming together to be one country. And so far, I'm knee deep into season one. I'm probably around 20 something episodes in. It is really, really, really enjoyable. I mean, I'm a history buff anyway, and of course, it's historical fiction, but still, like, it's laid out very well. It starts off with a young man named Shin and his homeboy Piao. They are orphans, and their dream is to become the world's greatest general. You know, that's the dream. And they practice with their swords every day. As kids, they ended up having over 1,200 sword battles, and they are pretty much even. I found that to be very cool. These kids work so hard. They are from a very, very small village, and they happen to be the servants of the village chief. And it's not the easiest life in the world, especially for Shin, because he doesn't cook very well, he doesn't clean very well, so he has it harder than Piao. Piao just seems to have this natural way of himself. So one day, a member of the royal court finds them, has a conversation, and eventually takes Piao with him and leaves Shin. Shin is, of course, upset about it, but he's proud that Piao is going to have an opportunity to make their dream happen. So that part was cool. Come to find out, Piao ends up showing up months later down the road, all bloodied and battered, on his last breath, pretty much. And Shin finds him all wrecked up. So the family comes out, they all see him, he's dead, or dying, I should say, and he gives Shin a mission. So Shin, of course, wildly emotional about his best friend dying. He takes the mission, and this thrusts him squarely into that very same dream of where he and Piao wanted to be as generals, because it is his mission to protect the young king who is trying to survive a coup, and they're trying to kill him, and Piao looks just like him and was a body double to try to help, keep the king alive. Shin is not cool with any of this. and makes it known. But he helps the young king, and this pretty much starts his adventure and his goal towards becoming the world's greatest general. In just the first maybe even 10 episodes, they do a marvelous way of explaining out the time period, explaining out the various moving parts. There are generals that are on the young king's side, and there are those that are trying to use this for their means, and there are those that just don't want him there. They want the little brother there because he's more easily manipulated. But that coup got quashed, so to speak, and the little brother was ousted, and along with the enemy faction. So while that was handled, there are still more things brewing on the horizon. Again, I will say, if you haven't checked it out yet, check out Kingdom. There are 6 seasons so far. I'm not sure if there's going to be a season 7. I know there are live action movies Apparently, for this, there's at least 3 of them. I may check those out, but definitely after I go further in with this series. It's a journey, so let's go. Kingdom.